Good evening, everyone. Look around this room. Every single person here is fighting a battle. And I'm not talking about the battles you can see, the jobs, the relationships, the daily grind. I'm talking about the battle that happens in the silence, in the middle of the night, in the moments before you have to step forward and be seen. I'm talking about fear, the enemy that lives inside your own head, the voice that whispers, "You're not good enough. Don't try. What if you fail?" The paralysis that hits right before the job interview, the presentation, the difficult conversation, the moment that could change everything. We've all felt it. That cold grip in your chest, the shallow breathing, the racing heart, the sudden urge to run, to hide, to disappear. But here's what they don't tell you. Here's the secret that the samurai warriors of feudal Japan understood centuries ago, that elite forces train in today, and that most people never ever learn. Fear is not your enemy. It is your raw material. And today, I'm going to give you the tools, not theories, not philosophy, but actual, practical, step-by-step tools to transform that raw material into your greatest strength. Part 1. Understanding the enemy. Let's start by understanding what fear actually is. When fear hits, your body doesn't know the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and a PowerPoint presentation. Your ancient survival system kicks in. Your breath becomes shallow, trapped at the top of your chest. Your heart pounds, your muscles tense, your mind races into the future, imagining every possible disaster. You become a statue of terror. And here's the trap most people fall into. They try to think their way out of fear. They tell themselves, "Don't be nervous," or "Just be confident," or "Calm down." It doesn't work. You cannot reason your way out of a physical state. But here's what does work. Here's your first tool: the breath that cuts fear. The samurai had a concept called the hara, a point just below your navel, your body's center of gravity. They understood that when fear strikes, your energy shoots up into your head, creating chaos. The solution is simple: bring it back down. And the only vehicle for that journey is your breath. Here's the technique. I want everyone to try this with me right now, just once. Sit up in your chair, place your hands on your lower back, like this. Now here's the most important part. And this is counterintuitive, so listen carefully. Don't force the inhale. Let your inhale happen naturally. Your body knows how to breathe. Your only job is to focus on the exhale. So here we go. Let the air come in naturally, and now exhale slowly through your mouth. Make it long, make it complete. Push every last bit of air out. Feel your waist narrow. Feel your lower back engage against your hands. One more time. Natural inhale and long, slow, complete exhale. Do you feel that? That subtle shift. That's your nervous system calming down. That's your body receiving the signal: we are not under attack. We are in control. This is not a relaxation technique. This is a weapon. When the wave of fear threatens to drown you, you anchor yourself to this rhythm. Inhale naturally, exhale long and complete. Or use the box breathing rhythm that Navy SEALs use in combat. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Your breath is your anchor to the present moment. And fear lives in the future, in the disaster movies your mind projects onto the screen of tomorrow. By focusing on your breath right now, you pull yourself out of that movie and back into reality. As the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh said, when your breath becomes peaceful, your mind and body become peaceful too. So that's tool number 1, your breath. Simple, portable, always available, and devastatingly effective. But here's the catch, and this is crucial. You can breathe calmly on your couch all day long. You can meditate for hours, and your fear will still be there waiting for you. Because breath alone is not enough. You need tool number 2, the art of tiny steps. Here's the mistake most of us make. We look at our fear, public speaking, starting a business, having that difficult conversation, and we see a mountain, an impossible, terrifying mountain, and we tell ourselves we have to climb it in one leap. So we stand at the bottom paralyzed, and we never take the first step. The samurai had a different approach. They understood something that modern psychology has only recently proven. You cannot conquer fear. You can only tame it. And you tame it one tiny step at a time. This is the Japanese concept of kaizen, continuous improvement through small, consistent steps. Let me give you an example. Let's say your fear is public speaking. The mountain is give a presentation to 100 people. Terrifying, right? Your mind immediately goes to the worst-case scenario. Now, watch what happens when we break it down, when we turn the mountain into pebbles. Your goal for today is not to give the presentation. Your goal is not even to write the presentation. Your goal is simply this: write one sentence, just one. Tomorrow, your goal is to read that sentence out loud, alone in your room, using your breath to stay calm. The next day, record yourself saying it on your phone. The next day, say it to one trusted friend. Each step is so small, so insignificant, that it doesn't trigger the panic response. Your brain looks at it and says, write one sentence? I can do that. That's not dangerous. But here's the magic. Each tiny victory builds on the last. Each step forges a new identity. You are no longer the person who is paralyzed by fear. You are becoming the person who faces fear, one breath, one step at a time. The mountain is still there, but you've built a staircase. So ask yourself right now, what's the smallest possible step I could take towards my biggest fear today? Not next week, not next month, today. Write it down. Make it so small it's almost embarrassing. Then take that step. Part 3, the synergy. Now here's where it all comes together. Here's the secret that most people never discover. These two tools are not separate. They're two sides of the same sword. Your breath is your tool for managing the internal chaos while you take the tiny step. The tiny step is your tool for building momentum and rewiring your brain. Without the breath, the tiny steps are torture. Your heart races, your palms sweat, you feel like you're going to die even from writing one sentence. Without the tiny steps, the breath is just relaxation. You'll be the calmest person on the couch, but your fear will never, ever shrink. The magic happens when you combine them. You feel the fear rising, you return to your breath, you anchor yourself in your hara, you calm your nervous system, and then you take one microscopic step forward. The fear spikes again, you breathe again, you take another step. Step, breathe, step, breathe. This is the cycle of self-mastery. This is how warriors are made. Not in one heroic moment, but in thousands of small, disciplined choices. Part 4, the deepest truth. Now, I want to share something with you that changes everything. It's the deepest truth the samurai understood, and it's the hardest to accept. The goal is not to eliminate fear. That's the lie we've been sold. That's the myth of the fearless hero. The person who feels no fear doesn't exist. And if they did, they wouldn't be courageous. They'd be a sociopath. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your raw material. So ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Really, let yourself imagine it. The presentation goes badly. You look foolish. People judge you. Okay, and then what? The sun still rises. You still breathe. You still have people who love you. Life goes on. The fear of the event is almost 1,000 times worse than the event itself. When you truly accept that, when you make peace with the possibility of failure or embarrassment or rejection, you take away fear's power. You stop acting to avoid a loss, and you start acting to achieve a purpose. Conclusion: the decision. So let me leave you with this. Courage is not the absence of fear. Let me say that again, because it's the most important thing you'll hear today. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to act despite fear. It's the conscious choice to breathe when every instinct says to panic. It's the discipline to take one tiny step when the mountain looks impossible. Your most powerful weapon is not in your hands. It's in the calm of your breath and the consistency of your small actions. So here's your assignment, your first tiny step. Right now, take one deep breath, let it happen naturally, and exhale slowly, completely, feeling the tension leave your body. That's it. That's the start. And then tomorrow, take another step, and the day after, another. Build your staircase, face your mountain, one breath, one step, one day at a time. Because the warrior's path isn't about never being afraid, it's about moving forward anyway. And that path starts now. Thank you.